Oliver Wendell Holmes once said that a mind stretched to a new idea never returns to the original dimension. It's a great thought. A mind stretched to a new idea never returns to the original dimension. I run a lot. I have a pair of Adidas running shorts. You know those little Adidas running shorts that are nylon? I take those shorts out and I stretch them. And if you stretch them right to as far as they can go, shoo, they always snap back, and you still got running shorts, don't you? As long as you stretch something to its limit, you will always return to the original dimension, and you'll always have running shorts. But whenever I stretch those running shorts beyond their limit, what they were designed for, if you will, a little further, then I let them snap back, I notice I don't have running shorts anymore. They're something different. They're not any better than they were or any worse than they were. They're just something different. They're now in a new dimension. They're real good for getting the bugs off of the front of your car or washing it or cleaning glass. But they're no longer running shorts. What I ask you to do is to stretch. A few years ago, in 1978 or 79, I was invited to a place called Los Gatos. I was going to do a workshop, a weekend workshop, and they have a place there called Getting in Touch. I said yes. It sounded like a nice thing, and at that time I was saying yes to everything. If anybody wanted me to speak, 4 rats in a sewer said, "Look, will you come and speak?" All right, I can do it, all right? And I would show up. We agreed that I would come on a Friday and I would speak Friday night, and then I would speak Saturday. And it would be in a small sort of intimate setting, right? We would sit around in couches and people would pay a tuition, and it was like a little mini course. So I showed up Friday night to give my talk, and I went there, and it was going to be sort of informal, and that was fine with me. So I look out, and about a third of my audience doesn't have any clothes on. Nothing. I mean, it's clothing optional, and I didn't see that in the... I thought, well, they must have misinterpreted, and it's not erroneous zones that they want me to talk about at all. You know? So I realized that this place, Getting in Touch, was a clothing optional. They were teaching people to be masseuses and masseurs and so on. At this particular place, they had a whole lot of hot tubs. And I mean a lot of them. They had maybe 15, 18. And the hot tubs all had different temperatures in the water. They ranged from, I think, 116 or something like that degrees Fahrenheit to like 45 degrees. And as the people were talking, I noticed that they were saying which of the hot tubs they were going to go into. Almost everybody. And when I say that, I mean 298 or 299 out of 300 were going to operate this weekend in these hot tubs from this range of what you might call a comfort zone. I'm not going in any of the hot stuff, and I'm not going in any of the cold stuff. And I'll sort of experience the tubs between 90 and 96 or whatever it was. And all of this experience over here of experiencing the hotter temperatures and all of the experiences over here of the lower temperatures were going to be ignored by all of the people in favor of staying right with what I know and am comfortable with and can enjoy, and that's it. And that's the level that I am going to only experience my life. Now that metaphor is applicable to almost all of us all the time. We are only willing to experience that which we know, where we're safe, and not go outside of those limits. And what I would ask of you is to open yourself up to not being that kind of person any longer, who will only experience and go with what you know the outcome to be already and know that you can be comfortable with. That we need to do more of that in our own lives. We need to get out of just what we are accustomed to, what we've grown up to believe are our limits,
and to begin to see that those limitations that we place on ourselves in our zones of comfort are the very things that restrict us from moving beyond the place that we are at now, experiencing all kinds of new things for ourselves. You can take and apply this in virtually every area of a person's life. I have seen people, I've talked to people, and I've said to them, have you ever tried Mexican food? Ugh, I would never eat Mexican food. You've never tried a taco? No, I just don't eat stuff like that. I couldn't eat that. Well, why wouldn't you try? It just doesn't seem like it's something that you should eat. It looks more like something you should throw at a beach or something, but I just wouldn't eat that. Have you ever tried Chinese food? No, it looks like there's worms in there or something. I can't take that. Have you ever tried Italian? No, and you find that their range of experience is really their comfort zone. So this is what they're used to, and this is what they have over, and life becomes, instead of an exciting adventure of all kinds of new and delightful experiences, it becomes one of just staying comfortable.